What an intro! We are finally ready for the 2.1 PvP Part 2 Dev Diaries. You just saw the intro there. Deathmatch.
Mm-hmm.
Underwater 2 types of torpedoes and flag cannons in 2 different sizes. When will it end?
That's more or less it.
Fair enough. I'm joined today by Lasse. You've seen him before a few times on the stream. Mr. Trailmakers, as I like to call him. And we are going to go over what you all just saw here. I'm going to switch to another window here, where you can see we brought some stuff before we jump in and show you the blocks. We have a little bit of footage here from the Deathmatch game mode that we can talk over.
Yes.
Yeah. So what are we seeing here?
We are looking at the game mode, which is a deathmatch game mode. And when we released the PvP update 1, we said there will be a PvP update 2, and here it is. And the whole intention at that point was to make a dedicated game mode, so now you don't have to pretend to be fighting each other and keeping a tally of who's winning and who's not. But now you can actually play a real game mode.
And you can see it keeps score over here.
Exactly.
As everyone can see. I don't know if anyone noticed, but we also have these cool little kill streak things happening here. You see as a kill happens here.
6 times.
6 times. The multi-kill makes a cool little flame at the top. I think that's a nice touch.
Very nice.
It's
yeah.
very,
and it's super fun. And it's hard to not just play PvP all day in developing this.
Yeah.
So it is super fun. There's still a few kinks that need to be ironed out before this releases, but it's already playable and it's super fun. So yeah, it's of course you can play it as submarines, you can play it in the air with tanks or whatever kind of land vehicles you're building, and all 3 ways of playing are super fun. So yeah, then you can see these repair tokens. We have the whole repair system is of course a very integrated part of this, where you actually get you can choose to get a repair token if you shoot somebody, or you can pick them up in the world.
Yeah. So they are here and they spawn different places. For I think people here are too young to remember Unreal Tournament or Quake. Something similar to that, where you have power-ups, different places that spawn at different times, and this is repair token here that you can pick up.
And you can only have 1, so it's not like you can hoard them or anything. You get 1, and you can choose if you get 1 for making a kill or not. But they will always also spawn in the world. Gives you a chance of reviving before you are completely destroyed.
Yeah.
Of course, flying is its own beast, because that's often where it goes really fast from being shot and then falling down.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can make a repair before you crash, but that's how that works.
That is cool. We'll show much more of that at a later point. We have a little more to show from it here, and this is 2 screenshots stitched together here because the list is quite long. This is when you make a deathmatch server as the server admin. These are the settings.
Yeah. So you can choose how many points you need to win. You can choose how many chickens are spawned, and now you're going to ask me, why do you spawn chickens?
Because you can score points from shooting the chickens.
Correct.
Counter-Strike players will be familiar with that.
Exactly. So, and you can even choose how many points you get per player kill, chicken kill, all those things. So it's very customizable. The server can be set up to your liking. There's also the damage fraction for instant kill, which means you can decide how destroyed do you need to be for it to count as a kill, because it's not fun to be lying around in a seat and just still being alive but can't move. The thing is, you can't jump out of the seat in this game mode, so you are in your seat.
Yeah.
You can go into build mode, but that takes place in a completely separate location, which means you are not part of the action when you're building.
Oh yeah, I guess that's one of the things we didn't show there. It's the building, which takes place in a safe space.
Yeah, but it's because we're not done with doing the graphics for it.
Yeah, it's true. That is why.
No, but that means that you're somewhere else, and the other players can then spend their time shooting each other up or just hunting down chickens. So if you're too slow at building or haven't prepared for going into the server, you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
the idea of this is that it's ever running. So the server keeps running and you keep starting over. So you can keep playing this as in many other deathmatch game modes in other games. Then there's the invincible time, which is when you respawn. It's not fun to be like spawn camped and killed right away. So you can set up a time for how long you're invincible. Then there's the repair token. That's the one we just showed. How long does it take for those to respawn? It's always like a place where people meet up and shoot each other because they're really nice to get.
It's like the water holes on the savannah where it's dangerous to go, but you have to go there, right? Because everyone needs water.
Exactly. And then you can choose how many repair tokens that are there, and whether you get a repair token when you kill somebody.
Yeah.
And then there's the free repair time, which is actually more or less the what do we call it in Pioneers?
The one where you have to get
emergency
out of
repair.
Emergency repair, yeah.
So this is like a repair that takes place over a long time, but it kind of puts you out of your misery, or it helps you get out of a stupid situation. Yeah. But it takes so long that in most cases, if you are near any other players, you'll get shot while trying to do this.
Yeah, you're very exposed.
Exactly.
Awesome. And then before we jump into the game, we have one more thing to show here that's also very exciting.
This is super cool, and it's
the updated server browser that's also coming with 2.1, with a bit more chance to choose what you want to play.
Exactly, and also we're gonna get rid of the whole quick play buttons in the multiplayer screen. This is what you're gonna see when you click multiplayer. So now people will not enter servers without having read the headline, because they're not just thrown into it. I mean, a lot of people who are playing this game have stated some things, some behavior they would like people to attend to.
Yeah.
And people don't see it because they just click a random button in the multiplayer server. So now we're trying to address that by making all the servers listed, and you choose what server you go into, and that also means you can read what the description says before you go in.
Yeah.
And then filters and all that stuff is so much more advanced here.
The theme with both the deathmatch and the settings and the multiplayer server is just that we wanna make it easier to play what you want to play in Trailmakers. Because so far, our players have been really good at setting up their own rules.
Yeah.
Which is admirable that they have made their own game modes for so long and set up their own rules, and that's what we finally want to help with now, and make it so you don't have to do gentleman's rules all the time and write down on a notepad how many points you have, but you actually have the game to help you keep score now.
Yeah.
And make sure you end up in the right server.
Yeah, and it will clearly state what kind of game mode you're playing. You can also filter for how many power cores and all those things that are in the servers you want to join. Yeah. So it's going to be improved massively.
Now, let's head on over to Trailmakers. I've prepared a few blueprints here. Oh, the testers have prepared a few blueprints here. I did not build these things, but we need to take a look at some of these new things. I know that this one contains what you saw in the video here. This is small flak cannon. And this is a pretty cool build. You can see here it's by Metal Burger. And it has smart cannons on the side there, but that's not what we're after today. We're after this. Ooh, the muzzle flashes. Also new.
Yes.
Looks very good. Sounds very good. I hope people can hear it. I think they can. But
also, if you look the other way when you shoot, you can see that it's firing off an explosive, which explodes at a certain distance or close to another player.
Yeah, I think one that really showcases this that uses the big ones. So these are the big flag cannons, and you can see when they pop off in the distance there. That looks really cool.
That's super cool.
We can also take a look at them up close here. They just look amazing.
Yeah, it's super fun to play with.
Yeah. I think we're gonna get a lot of really cool replica builds with those guys.
Yeah.
There were some other weapons as well in the stream. Those are the underwater ones.
So yeah, we took out underwater weapons for the Pioneers before the Pioneers launch.
Yeah.
Due to, I mean, the whole balancing was off, and they didn't make much sense. So now we've. Oh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there, so
good
I can.
idea.
So I have
a target to practice on. Yeah.
So we're just shooting, shooting.
So the idea here is to make something that is a bit slower and makes more sense underwater. So.
We got this bad boy here.
Ooh. This is the mini torpedoes.
The mini torpedoes.
These names are still not subject to change, so to speak. So we need to make sure that there's a defined difference between. Oh, whoopsie! Goodbye.
All right.
Yes.
Cool. And then that was the torpedo, the one that's kind of like a rocket launcher but underwater,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And then we have these.
Mini torpedoes. They're super cool, especially when you have two of these and you have two different enemies coming up close. You can like fire them out to each side.
Yeah.
Super nice feeling, and they're moving a lot slower than the over water projectiles.
Yeah.
And also they won't fire on land.
Nope.
So there's none of that.
So now there's above water guns and underwater guns.
Exactly.
Damn. That is really cool. That are the blocks, I think, more or less. I think we need to shoot something with the flag cannon.
Yeah.
Because I realized I was only really shooting the air, which is a little boring. We need to see it hit something.
Yeah.
We can shoot a duck.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Makes sense.
Go mallard hunting.
Oh.
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 Stand.
Maybe.
It's walking.
Yeah, it's fine. Nothing to see here.
That's fine. That's a totally normal mallard. Let's see. It might be a bit overkill.
Goodbye, dog. You won't even see it die.
No.
Like just pieces flying off. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Incredible. Yeah. That's do we have it? That was I think we more or less went by.
I think that's that's showcasing all the things that we prepared, but we're open to take some questions.
Yes, please fire away. You have seen. You can ask about Deathmatch. You can ask about the weapons here. You can ask about the server browser, or you can ask what kind of hair products Lasse uses. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. It's like real nice.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe I'd like to ask. All right.
It's not coming out today.
No.
It is to be announced.
Someone is saying, what happens if you shoot a torpedo out of the water? It's very underwhelming. Nothing happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Sadly. Any advanced options for the new weapons or just auto aim? I don't remember actually. I'm almost scared to open. Every time I have to open, like, because I never know if it's a trick. Every time I have to go into like some sort of sub menu in this game, I always get a little paranoid.
I don't think there is.
I don't think there is.
No.
You're not making me open anything. This is free, yeah. Well, everything we just showed you here is free.
Yeah.
Flag cannon, the two underwater weapons, and the Deathmatch, and of course the server browser, because that would be an extremely weird.
No, that's the DLC.
be extremely weird to charge for a server browser.
Is Melvin washable? That's a good question. I don't think he is. I think he would.
Yeah, no,
he would shrink a lot if you did.
It's felt.
Yeah.
I think is the name of it, the English name. I don't think you can wash him though. Do you have mini flag on the side? There is a mini flag. That's the one we showed on this one. So I guess we can just look at it here. That's the little one, and it actually fires slower than the big one. But the idea with the little one is you can also put a lot of them together, and then you can do like a delay on them, so they go like. And that sounds really cool.
The Stalin organ.
Yeah, Ideas are blooming. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to see what people made with this when they...
Yeah, the difference between the two flag cannons, there's like a range and like the explosion is different, right?
Yeah. Johannes, why do you show all blueprints except mine? Oh, man.
Oh, man.
We do yours now, then.
Gonk.
See, this is Steino. Don't let anyone think that I wouldn't show Steino here. And it also has the small flag cannons and a really cool custom-made radar on the top there.
You need something to shoot. I mean, what my son always does is he loads in Titanic. He just finds a random Titanic on the...
That's kind of dark.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of his thing. He shoots up Titanic.
Well, I like it. Then we can see what kind of damage the small flag cannon does here. If I can get this thing... Hey, the radar is kind of in the way. There's always something in the way with this gaming servo. Wait, that's a hit. The flag cannon sound is amazing. Yes, the sound on these
There's
new
a lot
guns.
of get ready. There's more good sound coming.
There's more. This might as well be the sound design update.
It could be.
A lot of the stuff that's coming with this, both the update and the DLC, is just peak sound design.
It is.
Yes.
It's going places.
Yeah. Speaking of DLC,
yeah,
we have a little extra announcement now. That we're jumping the gun a little bit, and we are showing you a new store page here, and it just went live. It's the Packing Heat. There are some placeholder images here and stuff. It's the Packing Heat DLC, and it's actually already now showing you what's in it. I'm not going to show you here because I want you to go look at the store page. It's called Trailmakers Packing Heat.
Look at Scrapman.
And we have Scrapman going on there. And that's okay. That's a little bit confusing. What I really want you to do is go to this store page and then click wishlist. And we're going to be giving a lot of these DLCs away. The Packing Heat, I will be handing out these keys to people who click. I don't think it's there because I have a developer account, so I don't think it shows.
I hope that's the reason.
So it doesn't say, add to your wish list. Here, coming soon. It's right there. This green button, bonk, you click that. And I'll be handing out so many keys.
Yeah, and it means a lot
if
people go in and wishlist it. It just makes a lot of things easier for us and making sure that we can keep developing this game.
Yes.
So please click the button. It helps us. And it's free.
It helps us. We spend a lot of money elevating the game, I think, with Pioneers and making just the foundation of the game a whole lot better also for new players. So now we are also we need funding as well. We need, like any other studio, we need to pay salaries and we need to keep developing the game. And that's you guys who do that. And the wish list helps a lot. Yeah. So go check that out. There's a lot more to come than also just this. You have seen the tip of the iceberg. Yeah.
And of course, the next dev diary is going to be a little bit looking closer into what this...
We are deep diving into Packing Heat for the next dev diary. And the dev diary after that, we're going to be looking at another DLC. And you might be thinking, goddamn, 2 DLCs. It's the first time we've ever done 2 DLCs at the same time. The thought behind it is that we could cram all of it into one DLC and then charge maybe $15, $20 for it. But instead, we would like to have people the option to buy the stuff that they want for a cheaper price.
Exactly.
So that you don't have to buy this huge DLC and you only really want 2 or 3 things in it. Yeah. And that's sort of the way we want to do it going forward. So yeah, you might be seeing more DLCs getting released, but we are really doing it so that you can pay less for the stuff that you want instead of paying a lot of money for a bunch of stuff you don't want. So we do really have you in mind when we do it, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. There's somebody asking if you can wishlist it on Xbox.
I don't think they have a feature like that.
PlayStation does, right?
PlayStation does, yeah. So right now, I think the best you can do is go wishlist it here on Steam. Don't worry, we will also be giving stuff away for console players.
Yeah.
This is not.
And it is going out on consoles.
It is going out on console same time as everyone else.
Yeah.
So yes, click the wish list on Trailmakers Pack and Heat. I think Frans just threw a link in the chat, and that's it for this time. But that was also quite a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me, Lasse, in this very, very hot streaming room.
It is really hot
Yes,
in here.
it
It's like,
is.
you warned me before, but it's impressive how fast it gets hot in here.
I'm boiling.
It was an honor to be here.
Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in a week for Packing Heat Deep Dive.